I'm like trying to get out of Chick-fil-A, and it is so crazy busy because there's so many people. I just want to chat a little bit about why I decided to go to Bible college. So the school that I go to is called the King's University, and it has about, I want to say it's like 400, 500 students. That may be a little bit off. It's a smaller Christian college. It's kind of connected and partnered with Gateway Church, which is the church that I attend. And that is not where I saw myself when I first graduated high school. So my kind of mindset is that I wanted to go to a state school. I wanted to pursue actually interior design, which is something that I always enjoyed since I was little. And then I worked at a furniture and home decor store for about 3 years. And I started to kind of realize that maybe I enjoy this, but it's not something that I want to pursue as a career. I had moved into an apartment with my friend. If you've been following me since the beginning, I lived in an apartment for a while with one of my best friends, and I was planning on going to the school that was close by at the time, and that was University of North Texas, which is a great school, and they have a good interior design program. And so that was kind of my plan. So when I moved to that apartment, I was taking online classes through a community college, and I finished my associate's degree through a community college. And it was right before actually I moved into my apartment that my dad had a stroke. And that time period of when that happened and me going into shock, it was kind of one of those moments of questioning things and like questioning life and just kind of a awakening of my priorities. And kind of in that moment, I just had like a come to Jesus, like God is speaking to me moment where God was like, I want you to pursue ministry. And that was not something, I'm like getting chills talking about this right now. Like it's just bringing up so many emotions because it was something that I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh, am I crying right now? This is crazy. Sometimes when I get so passionate about things and when I start talking about what God's doing in my life, like it just brings up some emotions. So I started to realize that I wanted to do something that was a little bit more extraordinary. Like, is it because of the AC that I'm crying? I don't think so. I think it's emotions. I wanted to do something more. I wanted to do something that was going to position me in a place where I was going to be relying on God and letting Him be the fuel for my destiny and for my career and for my future. And so me pursuing interior design, like, yes, I think I could have done it and I think I still could do it, but it wasn't something that was going to challenge me, and it wasn't something that I felt like God wanted me to pursue for the sake of being a light in the industry. It was more something of my own, just this is fun to me and it seems cool, even though after working in a store, I realized that it's not an easy job by any means, and it's very demanding for someone that runs their own interior design company. I realized that I was in a position where I knew that I wanted to pursue ministry, and like starting on my YouTube channel, it was something that I was passionate about, but I didn't know where to start. And I didn't know the Bible as well as I wanted to. And so I started praying about possibly going to a Bible college and seeking out Christian universities to just get more information on that and possibly being my next step for pursuing ministry. And whether that's on YouTube or, working in a local church, I knew that there was some kind of a step that I needed to take to help me get towards the place that God is directing me to. So I started looking into different schools. Even though the Kings was connected to my church, it was still something that I wasn't just completely drawn to for some reason. Yeah, it was just something that I wasn't really considering, and I didn't feel necessarily the pull to go there. And I think partly there was some fear playing a role in why I wasn't just going straight to the Kings. So I was looking at some other local schools, and I went to visit a school, and it was great. I felt really comfortable there, but I didn't. After talking to people, I realized that wasn't the place where I needed to be for what I am seeking to get out of like an educational community experience, if that makes sense. I remember I went to this like women's Bible study that they have at my church, and I was there and I was in prayer, and I was just praying to God, like, help me to figure out what it is that I need to do. And God immediately spoke to me saying, Caitlin, I want you to face the thing that you fear. In that moment, I knew that the King's University was the thing that God was speaking to me about. And that was another like come to Jesus moment of, okay, if I'm going to do this, it's obviously something that I'm not going to be doing by my own will, because it's not exactly the place that I want to go to. It wasn't exactly the place that I was just all giddy and excited about going to, which I think is most people's college experience. It's something that they're like super excited about, at least up front going to it. And that wasn't what it was for me. It was actually the thing that I knew that was going to be the place that I was going to be challenged and stretched to grow in new ways. And it was a little bit frightening and scary. That's really the beginning stage of me choosing to go to school at the King's University. And after going to my first day, it's so interesting how like anxiety can make its way into our lives. But then once we overcome that and step into the thing that God is drawing us to, we start to see like, oh God, I know what you're doing. Like, I mean, I don't know exactly what you're doing, but I can see why it is that you're bringing me into the place that you're bringing me into. And so that's how it was with my last semester, the first semester there, just learning and growing in ways that I just didn't even imagine I would be growing in that way. And I thought it was just going to be so much studying of the scripture and like me just being able to like quote scripture better. And it was so much more than that. It was totally a developing of character and developing of my heart to start to align more with God's passion for his people. I hope that is an answer to the question that was, why did I start to go to a Bible college? If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and become a part of this community here. I do not plan on stopping YouTube anytime soon, so more videos will be coming y'all's way. Love you, love you, love you. Have a blessed day, and remember your worth is far above rubies. Bye, y'all.